upon me. Your name will haste for me. Just speak your name. Just speak your name upon me. Lift your hands and say, just speak your name. Just speak your name upon me. Yeah, it's good to be live once again. Hello, hello, hello. It's good to be live once again on the Grace Impact Radio Financial Intelligence Moment with the FBI coach. It's a great day. It's an amazing day. It's going to be awesome. It's a wonderful day. I'm enjoying this day because it's my birthday. Yeah. It's not a coincidence that today, Monday, happened to be my birthday, and I'm live at the Grace Impact Radio where world music and entertainment lives. It's not a coincidence. It's been predestinated. It's been ordained from the foundation of the earth that a day like this will come. I'm super excited. I'm so happy being here. Charles is my name. Those joining on Facebook and on YouTube, I appreciate you. I appreciate all the goodwill messages. By the way, I'm still receiving gifts, so both digital gifts and non-digital gifts. My ban is so wide, so start sending in the gifts. Start sending it. Yes. I can call out my account number if you don't mind. It's a great day. I'm happy, and I want to do something different today. I want to just share my story. I want to share my story to be a blessing to someone. Now, those joining on YouTube, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe hit the subscribe button and give a thumbs up to this video. Share the link with others. Let's be a blessing wholesale. These are some of the things my clients pay me for, but here we are dishing it out free of charge so we can affect more lives. My goal is to have 10 million families financially free by 2025. Is just around the corner. So I'm putting myself under positive peer pressure to achieve that. I'm doing everything within the confines of ethics and good values to make sure that that goal is achieved. That goal is achieved. God spoke to me middle of the night, just woke me up and said, this is what I want you to do. That's why my high income skill training, I had to bring down the price so low. And I've been doing the training for 30, 50,000 and all that for companies. But God told me, Charles, you need to change it. You need to affect more lives. You want to achieve that goal, then this is how you're going to do it. So it's been an amazing. I love what I do. I don't know about you. I love what I do. Then those on Facebook, tag your friends in the comment section because I'm exploding today. And those joining me on the Mixer app, share the link with your friends. Let them join us, let them listen, and let's be a blessing to others. I have grown in my life helping a whole lot of people grow, helping a whole lot of people get better at what they do. It has given me an edge. It has helped me know better. It has helped me to learn better. It has positioned me. It has connected me to the high and mighty. Some people I once thought in my dream, in my imagination, and I'm meeting them. I mean, let's be a blessing wholesale, okay? God created us to be channels of blessings and not an island of blessing. All right. So today I'll be sharing my story. And before I start, there are principles that works for me. The 5 P's that works for me in everything I do. I made it to become my mantra. It has formed my growth foundation. It has also formed the foundation of my trainings, of my mentorship, my coaching classes. Everything I do, it centers around these 5 P's. And I'll start sharing my story with these 5 P's before I delve into the nitty-gritty of the whole thing. So the first P, which I live on, is principles. The first P is principles. You can put it up in the comment section. Principles, okay? And those joining on the Mixer app, you can also put it up in the comment section. The first one is what? Principles. Now, God made this world to be governed by principles. God made this world to be controlled by laws. He created the law. So we have the law of gravity. I don't have to fast and pray. For if I throw this phone up, it comes down naturally. I don't need to fast and pray to make it come down. It's simply obeying a law. And that law is what? The law of gravity, the force of gravity. There's the law of thermodynamics. There's the law of electricity also has its own law. You don't need to see the current flowing. The only way you will observe or you will experience it is when you put your hand in the socket and receive a rude shock. You will know of a truth. There's electricity flowing in there. You know, so there are principles. God made this world to be governed by principles. So many principles. Okay? And money, the same thing goes with money. Money responds to principles. You don't fast and pray for money to come. You obey God's principles in the area of money, and money starts flowing. Now, I started studying. I did a lot of research. Now, it took a while. It took a while for me to understand this aspect. I have always believed that prayer is the master key. Prayer is everything. Yes, prayer is absolutely important. But prayer is not the only key. In all you're getting, it says wisdom is the principal thing. In all you're getting, get what? Understanding. You need understanding. You need to understand. See, wisdom tells you what to say. Understanding helps you to know, should I say it or not? Let me give you a typical example. Right now, I feel like slapping an army officer, a major general. I feel like slapping a major general. Now, wisdom will tell me, guy, are you sure you want to slap an army general? Now, a man who lacks understanding will go to the barracks and say to them at the gate, I want to slap an army general. He say, Kai, wallahi, Kashiga, no, leave the guy, make I come. Just enter. They will allow you to enter the barracks, but they will not guarantee you coming out of the barracks. So, understanding is very important in what we do. Understanding. So the first thing I live on is principles. I live on God's principles. God's principles to divine health. God's principles to wealth creation. God's principles to living a successful life. God's principles to family creed, family virtues. I live on principles. I study the principles which God has given to us. I live on it. That's my number 1 P. My number 2 P is programming. Number 2, programming. I work on my mind a lot. I engage in what I call strategic thinking. I do a lot of brainstorming. I tell myself, okay, one of the things I did yesterday before my birthday today was that I sat down to review the past 365 days. I started with Thanksgiving, appreciating God for bringing me thus far. I started appreciating everything that has worked. See, there are so many things that has not worked, but you don't have to focus on the things that have not worked. I focus more on the things that are working. Yes, there are times when I'll be so overwhelmed, I'll be carried away because I'm a human. There are times when I'll be so weighed down. Why is this thing not working? In the midst of it, I have also realized that when I ask, why not? I am being pessimistic. But when I ask, how can I get out of this? How can I become better? How can I grow faster? How can I make more 10 times, 50 times more than what I've been doing? I become optimistic. So I program my mind. I program my mind a lot. What is working? What is not working? What are the 5 things I did to make this work? What are the 5 things that made this not work? I provide the answers. It helped me, and it's still helping me in growing and becoming a better person. You know, the chances of being poor is very high. It's easier to become rich and being poor. It's very difficult to be poor. But it's so unfortunate that a lot of people choose to be poor. Why do they choose to be poor? Because they decided not to do what the wealthy people will do. It's easier to be wealthy, my dear. Most especially in our world today, it's easier to be wealthy. As long as you have a smartphone, as long as you can view me on YouTube, you can view me on Facebook, you can listen to me on the Grace Impact Radio Mixer app, you have a smartphone that is connected to the internet. You don't have any right to be poor. It's easier to be wealthy in this time and season. See, my new goal is to make 1 billion. 1 billion. It's easy. Sell 5,000 naira product in Nigerian currency. 5,000 in dollars is about $13. Yeah, approximately about $13. Sell $13 product to, let's do a rough calculation, to about 200,000 persons or less. You're a billionaire. 5,000 multiplied by 200,000. You're a billionaire. Sorry, yeah, to multiply by 3 zeros, 2 million persons, I beg your pardon, not 200,000. You're a billionaire. Oh, that's, wait, when you sell to 2 million persons, that means you are 10 billion naira richer. Yeah, you're 10 billion naira richer. So sell, if you want to become a billionaire, sell 5,000 naira product to 200,000 persons. You're a billionaire. See, if you don't know your numbers, you cannot make money. If you don't know your numbers, what do I mean? How do I make, it's not enough for you to write a goal and say, I want to make 100 million this year. You need to be more specific. How do I make 100 million this year? That's number one. How many products will I sell to make 100 million this year? That's another one. What product will I sell to 200,000 persons to make 1 billion? You can see that the questions differs. How can I make 100 million? How can I make 1 billion this year? It's an open-ended question. So you need to be more specific. What product can I sell to 200,000 persons at 5,000 naira to make 1 billion this year? Your RAS, reticular activating system, will start working. Everything on the inside of you will start working to make sure you achieve that. Someone came to me one time and said, Charles, why are you selling 2,000, 3,000 products? You're too dignified for that. I laughed at him. I laughed at him because he doesn't understand that the money he's looking for is at the base of the pyramid. The more, the merrier. Do you know that if you have a digital product, okay, I'm going to be using more of the Naira. Sorry to my friends that are joining me from Canada, US, from South Africa. So just bear with me now, okay? Now, if you're selling 1,000 naira product, 1,000 naira product is about $2. Yeah, it's about $2 or a little less than $2. Now, if you're selling 1,000 naira product, digital product. Maybe say, for example, you have been able to, you went through my high income skill training and you understand how to create ebooks from what you love. Maybe you love jumping, or you love walking dogs, or you love singing, and you've been able to create ebook in an adult Montessori form. Now, when I say adult Montessori, it means that book is so simplified that anybody that picks it up will do. You're not writing big jargons, you're not using big English that someone will need to get a dictionary to understand what you're saying, or they need to get to Google to search. And no. That's why I said adult Montessori. And you put this book on autopilot, maybe on Facebook ads, on Google ads, or Instagram ads, and you're selling. And you're selling 1,000 naira product. In a day, you sell that product to about 15 persons. Okay, 15 persons came to your link and they purchased the product, and boom, you have made your 15,000 naira. Okay, now let's press a calculator. All right, I love numbers. So you sell 15,000 naira, because there are some days you sell more than that. There are some days you sell over 30, once the ads is properly set. All right, now 15,000 on the average, multiplied by 30 days, you have made 450,000 naira without lifting a finger. You have made 450,000 because you're not creating the product again. You have created the product. Now you can imagine when you have about 3-4 digital products you are selling. With the Facebook ads, you don't need to start knocking on people's door, because that's what I do. I have several digital products that are on autopilot, and you can set your digital product to sell to those who have never had contact with you. I'm still on programming. Okay, so all this is about mindset. You're working on your mind to get out of that poverty, to get out of that financial lockdown. Have you read my book, Financial Lockdown? How to get out of financial lockdown? If you haven't read that book, you are missing. You're sleeping on a bicycle. That's just a joke. So you come up with something creative, something wonderful that you can sell. So I make a lot of I make a lot of I engage into programming, reprogramming my mind, telling myself, yes, the economy, Nigerian economy is wonderful, Nigerian economy is fantastic, but I'm the owner of my economy. I build my economy. My economy is not dependent on this nation. Yes, I know that things are going haywire. Yes, I know that things are not working the way it should work. But I am in charge of my economy, because God has given unto me everything I need to make it work. Everything I need to make it. So you will never catch me complaining. You will never catch me blaming. There are 3 things the poor do. The poor love to blame. They blame everybody except themselves for their failures, for their inadequacies. They try to justify why they are where they are, why they are not making progress. They try to justify it. Then one more thing, they try to complain. They complain at all times. So they blame, they justify, and they complain. Now, I'm not saying that there is no forces that you can break out of. Of course, that you can take care of that in the place of prayer. But after prayers, you need to get back on your feet and work on principles. You need to get back on your feet and start doing the things which God has deposited on the inside of you to get you to your next level. So number 2P is that I engage into programming. I program my mind. Now, another thing is that saying things like, I don't have money, it's too expensive, money doesn't grow on trees, and rich people are stingy. You know, those comments, you need to associate yourself with it. When someone says to me, these rich people, get as they behave, there's a way they behave. I say, yes, we are different species. There's a way we behave. We don't behave like every other ordinary man. So you need to reprogram your mind. Number 3P that works for me is processes. You need to process. I process a lot. Making money, managing money, multiplying money, learning financial intelligence, learning to become a good father, learning to become a good mentor, learning to become a good coach. I process. I go into processing a lot. And when you're going into processing, it also helps you to create systems. Systems that enable you to live your life without being running on the maze at all times. Plug into systems. See, you need to love smart work. You need to love smart work. Automation. I go into programming. After programming, I go into processes. Then the 4th P that works for me is my personality. I must be the person that want to achieve that. And see, if you can't get there in your mind, your body can't get there physically. If I want to fly from Port Harcourt to Lagos right now, my mind will already get to my destination even before my body gets there, because I have a direction. There are 2 things that works for man: time and target. Once time and target is placed on anything, direction will show. So you must tell yourself, I am that person. Are you getting value from what I'm sharing? If you are, please put it up in the comment section. I want to see your comments. I want to read from you. You must tell yourself, I must be that person. I must be that person that wants to make this mark. I must be that person that wants to achieve this goal. Then the 5th P is posterity. I always think of tomorrow. I always think of the legacies I want to leave. See, let me tell you one of the things that formed my decision makings. One of my mentors shared a story with me, and he said to me, Charles, when you get home, before you sleep, just lie down on your bed, on your pillow, and ask yourself this question: what will people say about me when I leave this earth? What will people say about me when I leave this earth? Now, imagine what your wife will say to you. You know, he said, imagine you are just by your graveside, you're looking at people at your burial, you know, and you're looking at, you can hear everything they're saying about you. What will your wife or your husband say about you? What will your children say about you? And he says, extend it to your friends. What will your friends say about you? What will they say about this particular individual? What will your business partners say about you? What will those who just heard about you, they heard your name, what will they say about you? What's going to be their opinion, their view about you? Yes, we don't live our life to please people. Yes, we don't live our life based on other people's opinion, or you don't make people's opinion to become the subtotal of your life. But then you need to ask yourself that question: what will people say about you? Now, he said to me, if you don't like the answers you get, Charles, start changing the things you do. I got home that night and I did exactly what he said. And the feedback I got was great. And I said to myself, I'm going to make it better. So I became more deliberate in all I do. When I dress deliberate. When I speak deliberate. When I meet people, I'm doing that deliberate. I'm connecting with people deliberately. When I mentor, when I coach, everything I do it deliberately. And I want you to do the same thing. That today, tonight, before you go to bed, sit down and ask yourself that same question, and you'll find answers. So coming to my story, the first thing I did was to break the rules. Okay, first, of course, the educational system trained me. I went to school, I went to the university, I graduated, I came out with my certificate, I started looking for jobs. First, we thought, what we were told back then was that when we graduate from school, we get good jobs that has good security. And when I left school, I didn't get any job. I trekked on the streets. I remember trekking from the beginning to the end of Broad Street in Lagos State, Nigeria, searching for job. I had this briefcase, sorry. I had this bag, knapsack, and I had my CV. I printed multiple copies with written application. So what I do is that when I enter the company, I'll just address it to whoever I'm addressing it to. Some I just drop only the CV. From the beginning of Broad Street to the end of Broad Street, my shoe heel. Oh, when I get home in the night, when I pull off my shoe will continue trekking. That shoe suffer. In the next world, if that shoe sees me, it go run. I mean, I'm sleeping, but my leg is still trekking. So the school system made us to understand that once we come out of school, we get good jobs, but it wasn't so. There's a course, excuse me, there's a course called numismatology. I hope I pronounced it right. Numismatology is the study of money. Excuse me. It teaches you how you can collect money, how to make money. But in our school system, they don't teach us that. Nobody teaches you money. Some of the business schools you go to, they don't teach you how to make money. Instead, they teach you how to manage the rich money, how to manage other people's money. That's what you learn from the professors. So I decided to break the rule. I decided to re-educate myself. I decided to learn differently from what the school system taught me. And the first place I delved into is enrolling in a university that never goes on strike. I enrolled in a university that they will never ask me for handouts. A university that will never experience lecturer victimization. And that university is called the University of YouTube. The only thing I needed at that time was data and access to a device. And I started studying. I started learning. Some days I could spend like 6 hours on the internet, on YouTube, researching, learning, developing myself. I stopped watching television. Today, if I just want to sleep, I'll turn on the television. I'll sleep off. But give me my YouTube, I will never sleep. Sometimes when I'm watching television with my children, we're watching their favorite cartoon. Daddy, wake up, you're sleeping. I will laugh. I said to them, you don't understand. This man has trained himself. That's why you are getting what you are getting today. See, you need to see the future. I knew when I got out of school, I came to understand that what I needed, because I could not get the high income job. There is high income job. Don't get that wrong, that you don't need a job. You need a job. Okay? You need a job. You need a source of income. But it's dangerous to remain on one source of income. Either you're running a business or you have a job. But there is high income job. High income job. Those who earn salaries that is very fat and robust. Once salary in a month is like some people's annual or 2 years salary. That's what we call high income job. But you don't get there overnight. You grow through the ranks. So I had to re-educate myself. You want to get promotion in your place of work? Re-educate yourself. Train yourself differently from what you're already doing. Train yourself differently from what you already know. My company, they are not sending us on training. Train yourself. Jim Rohn of blessed memory said that profits are better than wages. You know what that means? And he now went further to say, after working on your job, when you get back home, start working on yourself. It's that statement God inscribed in my heart, in my system. I made personal development to become part of my life. By the way, my high income skill training is starting in 2 days' time. You haven't registered, you are missing. I'm running a high discount. High discount. It's a birthday offer. 3,500 naira only. And this offer ends tomorrow, the 30th of November 2021. So you want to take advantage of it? Please do. I'll drop my phone number, my WhatsApp number on the chat box, so you can chat me up. +234 7033 109363. +234 7033 109363. Yes, that's my WhatsApp number. So you can chat me up to be part of this training coming up in 2 days' time. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. You will so love it. You will so love it. You will your entire system is going to change. Okay, so I had to break the rules. I had to re-educate myself. I had to train myself differently from what the school system taught me, because I wanted to earn better. I wanted to grow better. I want a different life from what I have always been getting. I know that I'm not yet where I want to be, but I'm very far from where I used to be. I'm very, very far. Okay? I had to re-educate myself. I had to tell myself that, look, Charles, this is not the place for you. Did I tell you, I got a job? Finally, I got a job. I worked at the airport several years back, and I was paid, I think that was 2001 or 2000, yeah. So from 2001 to about for 2 or 3 years, I was paid 2,000 naira as a salary. Every week, I go to the accountant, I sign my 2,000 naira salary. As an undergraduate, I was making more than 2,000 naira. I do good night Enugu, good morning Lagos. I go to Yaba. I select the beautiful chinos trousers. I select the Van Hussein shirts, the Charles Town shirts. I select the Max and Spencer shirts. Fairly used. I take it to Lawansin in a place called Lawansin in Lagos. I have this guy. He's a launderer. He washes it nice for me. I go to my man dealers in Lagos Island. I buy this stuff they use in packaging shirts. I buy those things. I come back to Lawansin. I give it to the guy. Package these clothes, the chinos, the shirts. I package them and I move them back to Enugu. I sell to students. I go to banks. I sell to them. As an undergraduate, I was making more money than a graduate. 2,000 naira every week. I told myself that is an error. It's a big error. I can't live on this. So what did I do? As a computer engineer, I had to go. Now, I also need to let you know that what I studied in school, for me, it was more of theory. Because the first time I came in contact with computer, everything was like a mirage to me. It was like a dream. I was wondering, where do I start? So there's this brother in my church who lives in Lagos, Microspeed Computers. I went to his place in Computer Village in Lagos, and he started training me on the practical aspect, because what I learned in school was theory. Practical aspect of computer engineering. I went through that training. That brings me to the next thing I did, mentorship. See, you can't grow far without a mentor. You can't go far without a mentor. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go very far, go with people. And I tell you, if you want to go really, really very far, get a mentor. You need a mentor to guide you. Mentor is someone who have seen what you are not seeing. Someone who have gone through the path you want to go through. Someone who have gone through the same challenges which you are going through or you are yet to go through. That's the role of a mentor. Mr. Fideli started mentoring me on the practical aspect of computing, repairing computers. You can put it up in the comment section, mentorship. Yes, mentorship. You need a mentor. So number one, what did I say? Number one, you need to what? Break the rules. Number two, get a mentor. By the time I was done through with the mentorship trainings, I announced, I went to other airlines. I told them, look, I can service your computers. I can service your computers. And they were looking at me because I always dress corporate. And so I go, we can't pay you. I said, no, don't worry. Just give me, let me do it. Let me do the work. What challenges are you having with your systems? Let me just do the first service for you free of charge. And they were like, are you sure of what you're saying? I said, yes, free of charge. So I did the work for them for free. Several airlines, so many of them, so many airlines. I did the work for free. And that was how I got into them. So once you get a mentor, number three thing you must do is learn to volunteer. Everything is not all about money. I volunteered to do the work for free for them. And that gave me access into their system. That gave me access into their company. That gave me access into the heart of the managers or the directors or whoever that was in charge at that time. And so they now started, the message just went viral. There's this corporate guy that works with XYZ airline. There's no need calling the name of the airline. You know, he's good. He's good at what he does, you know. And that's how I collect these computers. During my break time, I'll go and service it. If I can't finish it during my break time, I'll take them home and do night vigil on it. Fix them, bring them. As I started making money, I wasn't depending on my salary anymore. So I told the accountant of the company, that 2,000 naira, just keep it for me at the end of the month. I collect it, which is 8,000 naira. You can imagine 8,000 naira. So when I see some people say, hey, my son, I don't have a job, I don't have something doing, I'm hungry. They come on the internet to beg for money. It's so disgusting. It's so annoying because it simply talks about being mentally lazy. Back 2001, there was no internet that is as sweet as what we have today. The only chat we used back then was Yahoo Messenger. Can't even remember my Yahoo Messenger ID anymore. If you remember yours, please put it up in the comment section. If you use Yahoo Messenger, some people never used Yahoo Messenger. They don't even know what Yahoo Messenger is. I'm talking about this generation. They don't know what Yahoo Messenger is, but we used it back then. Then while I was doing that, I started sourcing, I started asking them in the company if you need supplies. I started supplying their stationaries. I started supplying their consumables. See, there is what is called complementary goods. You are selling akara and yam and you want to start selling cement by the side, you know, go work. You need to sell goods, or you have a shop, you sell cement and you want to start selling gari by the side of it. You know, go work. And poison go give people now. Are you getting what I'm saying? Complementary goods. Find out your area, your niche, the area where you are, whatever you're doing. There is something complementary about that particular field you can sell to people. Because I was in the computer field, I started sourcing for things in the computer area. And that period, what's it called? The use of webcams started coming. You know, I started supplying webcams to companies. I started supplying. I remember a particular company engaged me to keep supplying their laserjet ink, the cartridge. So look for complementary goods. I was looking for more ways. I was making a lot of money. So when you get the mentor, learn to volunteer. It's very important. Volunteer. The difference between your life last year and today is found in development. Is found in what? Development. The thick line between the rich and the poor is found in what? Sacrifice. You must sacrifice something. You must get out of your comfort zone. You must tell yourself at all the times, I'm not yet where I want to be. You must put yourself under positive peer pressure. Stay broke at all times. Never get comfortable. Oh, I'm such okay. Let me just relax. No. Put yourself under positive peer pressure. When I say stay broke at all times, what I mean is that make your money work for you at all times. There's nothing like free money. Okay, just careless money. There's nothing like that. Okay? I had to learn. I had to learn how money works. I had to learn how the rich thinks. Have you read the book by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich? Have you? If you haven't read that book, please go and read it. It's a classic. Think and Grow Rich. Or The Millionaire Fast Lane. These are books. It won't cost you much. That's why I said it is more difficult to be poor than to be rich. Because for you to be rich, all you need to do is just to sit down and develop your mind. Sacrifice and read. I had to learn how the rich think. First of all, the rich, they be, they do, then they have. They become who they want to be. They become who they see themselves becoming. Then they start taking actions. They start doing the things that will bring them closer to their dreams before they now have the things they desire to have. But the poor man is the other way around. The poor man wants to have it first. When he have it, he will now become that person to show off. They will now start doing. But the rich, first of all, be the person. They do the things required to be that person, and they have what they want. I had to learn how the rich think. And I also learned the difference between being wealthy and being rich. Being wealthy starts from your mind. Your spirit, soul, and body must be wealthy. Must be wealthy in God's principles. You must be wealthy in in the processes which God wants you to follow. There's a difference between. There are so many rich people that are not wealthy. Those are the people we call money misroad. Okay. Then I also learned how to start a side hustle. I learned how to start a side. So you must learn how to start side hustle. You have a job, start thinking, what can I do? See, don't start thinking. Someone called me up one day and said she's an accountant. She works in a company. She has not chartered yet. That she's thinking of starting a side business. That she has this 3 million naira she's been able to save over the years, and she's thinking of putting it into forex trading. I said to her, error 101. See, the fool and his money are soon parted. What do you know about money? How does money work? She doesn't know. Okay, you want to put it into forex. What is forex? She just wants something that will be generating income. See, before you put your money in that business, you need to learn it. You need to learn it. Yes, you can make money from what you hate. You can make money from what you don't like. You can make money from it. You make money not only from the things you love, but you can also make money from the things you hate. So you need to learn the process, learn what it takes to start a side hustle. Everybody needs side hustle. In our present world, it's not the time to say, oh, I'm not born to be an entrepreneur. Everybody have an entrepreneur bone in their system. Everybody. It's just for you to sit down and develop yours. Sit down and develop yours. Okay? So by the time I was done talking to her, she now said, okay, she will go to the University of YouTube to learn. And she's a lot better today. She has been able to fix her money into a good business, and she's doing well. She's doing well. But if she had taken that first step, she would have been crying by now, because she was treading on a path that was far bigger than her. And she was not prepared in her mind to go through the challenges that will come up along the way. Okay? So I studied successful people and I did what they do. Or rather, I do what they did. And I started saving minimum of 20% of my income. Every money that comes into my hands. From there, I scale up to 30%. Sometimes I do 35%. There are some cases I will do 50%, but the least I go is 30%. I make sure I stash it away, 30% of my income. It wasn't easy, but it started with determination, because I had already trained myself, prepare my mind ahead of time. It is often said that a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step, but I beg to differ. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a decision. You must first make up your mind, take the decision to embark on this journey, else you fall off along the way. Then the next thing I did was to fire my boss. When I started making 5-6 times my income, I fired my boss. I started driving my business full time. I delved into the entrepreneurship world full time, thanks to network marketing. Network marketing grew me. Network marketing developed me to where I am today. Network marketing helped me to become and think like I think today. Network marketing helped me to see the larger picture, because I had a mentor that guided me. I followed my mentor foolishly. I didn't go to my mentor with terms and conditions. There are so many persons that come to me to mentor them, but once you give them a little task, they disappear. Means they are coming to you with terms and conditions. I didn't go to my mentor with terms and conditions. I said to him, sir, I am ready to learn. I'm willing to do everything within the confines of ethics and good values to get out of where I am. And he said, then you're good. So do this, do that. There are some tasks he give me that is so difficult, but I will stretch myself. The first 2 or 3 times I came to him with excuses, he said, Charles, I don't work with excusitis. If you're willing to grow like my son, then you must never come to me with any excuse. The next excuse I hear from you, I shut you out of my life. No be person tell me make I wake up. That was the day I killed excuses. I paid for trainings, both online, offline. Sometimes there's some trainings I had to sacrifice. I remember when I was still working, earning salary, the company refused to train us on how to develop slides. They said they don't have money to train, but I took my salary that particular month to pay for that training. This was in 2006, 2005 or 2006. I took my salary, I paid for the training. How to develop slides. That's one of the things that make me today that I'm so good with PowerPoint. I'm so good with Canva. Because I learned the foundation. I paid the price. Now, that's training I went for. I use it on my job. But guess what? The training was for me. Yes, I was using it on my job at that time. The company ought to have trained me, but they didn't. but it's all paying off. I trained myself. There's another training I paid for that time, facilitator skills. I remember I paid for that training. And some of my colleagues were laughing at me then and said, look at you. The money you use, you are trying to be a Mr. Nice Guy. No. I wasn't being a Mr. Nice Guy. I was looking at the future. I was seeing the tomorrow of my dream. That training helped me. Now, when I delved into network marketing, all the things they taught me in that training was just playing out because I was practicalizing them in the field. So always train yourself. Pay the price. Stop saying, my boss should have trained me. No, avoid free things. The problem in our society today is that a lot of people go for free things. And I added more side hustle to the things I do. See, wealth creation is 80% mindset. 80% mindset and 20% habits. The wealth you want to create starts from your mind. 80% of the money you make today started from the things you have deposited in your mind. Are you a medical doctor? You can run consultancy, side hustle. You can come up with short videos teaching people one thing or the other they need to know. They will pay you for that. It might not be a premium package, just a low ticket offer between 1,000 naira to 5,000 naira. Teach people something. But before you collect money, you need to, if you have not delved into any field before, do free things. Get people to review your products. Get people to taste what you are giving out. And use the social proof to sell to those who don't know you. Are you a legal practitioner? I have a friend. She calls herself a legal concierge. A legal concierge. That's what she calls herself. She has been able to come up with an app that helps other lawyers to automate. See, there are so many things you can do in this world. In this world, in this time and season, there are so many ways you can make money. You can make money from anything and from everything. Are you a music? You are a choir director, music director in your church, or you can play instruments. You can start teaching people. My wife is a teacher. She also runs digital class. Yeah, she has some international students. There's some people that chat her up, and she's training them using either Zoom or Google Hangout. So don't limit yourself. I was talking to a teacher saying, hey, this is the only salary. I said, you are not the only teacher in this world. Me too, I be teacher. Just that I'm an adult teacher. I'm not a children teacher. He started laughing. Hey, your own teaching is different. And I said, what about my wife? She teaches the early years children. She went through my high income skill training, just like every other student. What you don't cherish or what you don't value, you cannot make any gain out of it. What you don't value. She valued the gift I have. She started maximizing it. And it's playing out in her life today. All right? So, the first one is what? You break the rules. The second one is what? Mentorship. The third one is what? Volunteer. The fourth one is learn. Yeah, so all the things I've been saying now is found under learning. I had to learn how money works. I learned how to make money. I learned how to be a better version of me and all that. Okay. And I said that wealth creation is 80% mindset and 20% habits. Your habit is either you're either attracting money to you or repelling money or taking money away from you. There's what is called HAABS, your habits, your attitudes, your actions, and your belief system. I remember saying your attitude, and my little son said that is not attitude, it's attitude. Oh, I said, sorry, attitude. So you get what I'm saying, your attitude. Your attitude, not your aptitude, determines your altitude. How far you can go is dependent on your attitude. then the actions which you take, and your belief system. See, belief system is so strong that today some people still think they are not created to be wealthy. Some people still think for you to be wealthy, you need to do some bad things. Some people still think there are only a few friends or only a few people that are created to be wealthy. Okay? There are some people who still have that belief system. Then number what? Is it number 5? Number 5, right? Number 5, right? I hope I got it right. Yeah. Practice delayed gratification. Practice delayed gratification. Practice delayed gratification. Invest more in capital gains. Invest in capital gains to build your financial base. What is capital gains? You buy, for example, I buy this phone, okay? And after some time, I sell the phone, make profit. It does, of course, I'm not, you understand what I'm saying. You can buy like property, you buy a piece of land. After a period of time, it appreciates, you sell it, you make profits, you reinvest the money and increase your financial base. Or you do what is called linkages. Linkage. You link people from one source to another. You make your profits. You just keep building your capital base. You do affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing simply means you sell another person's product. You earn commission on it. Like my high income skill training, you sell the high income skill training, you earn commission on it. There's this training I conducted for some group of persons. They were I can't remember the exact number of persons, but the fee was 30,000 naira per person. And I told them that if you refer anybody, you earn 10,000 naira. I make 20,000, you earn 10,000 naira. A young guy in a week plus, he made 1.1 million, 10,000 naira from the people he referred. He said, FBI coach, I have never touched a million naira in my life. But through your high income skill training, I've been able to make 1.1 million naira. How did it happen? He sold the business. He sold the product to other people. That's affiliate marketing. Then when I brought down the price to 5,000 naira, there's a guy, you also earn commission from it. So even right now, you can still earn commission from my high income skill training. Okay? All you need to do is to chat me up on WhatsApp and I'll put you through affiliate marketing. And it's, if you don't understand what affiliate marketing means, or you've heard that word, but you needed to understand it better, or you have gone through my high income skill training, but you still don't to understand it better. See, I will not advise you to just go and start reading up the past trainings. My sincere advice is put yourself under positive peer pressure, register, and go through the training. I remember one of my mentors, I went through his training 6 times. Another one, I went through his classes 4 times. For I kept paying. There was no discount. All you see is just link, you pay. I go inside the class like every other person. 4 times. And I'm speaking like he's speaking. The other person 6 times. I'm speaking like he's speaking. I've been able to grab the mind of the trainer. So affiliate marketing is fantastic. Okay? Side hustle, build capital gains, build your money. Then invest in short-term and long-term. We're going to be talking more on this some other time. Short-term investments and long-term investments. Then pay yourself 30% of every money that comes into your hands. So this is my story. This is just a summary of my story. My life I didn't fall from sky and become who I am today. I went through processes. I went through trainings. I went through difficult times. I went through hard times. I went through losses. I understand what it means to lose millions. There was a business transaction I did, and we're just looking at our millions just going like that. I understand what it means to lose money, and I also understand what it means to recover from every losses. Okay, what matters most is that you have developed yourself. The money you're looking for is locked up on the inside of you. And that's where I'm going to end my story today. If you have not shared this post, please share it. Share it with others. Share it for them to learn from it. Let's be a blessing wholesale. That's my birthday gift for you today. And I'm still expecting my own birthday gift. Remember, my barn is still open. My gates are open. Send the digital gifts. All right, send the digital gifts. My WhatsApp number is displayed on the screen. Send the digital gifts. Request for my account number. And I also want to visit the orphanage home. Not barely the video they visit orphanage home. Me say if I want to visit orphanage home. That's just joke. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. It's been a pleasant pleasure and a privilege to be your host on today's financial intelligence moment with the FBI coach. Next week, Monday, we're going to have another swell time. Have a wonderful day and stay blessed.